Cricket Bar Centerstage, Adam Collins, Michael Vaughan, and the entire Holly stand.
Take me home.
Don't take me home. Please don't take me home. It's magnificent. They've been brilliant all day. They haven't had an awful lot to cheer, though, have they? Australia made 363 runs in 81 overs. Steve Smith, twin tons for the first time. Matthew Wade, 3 figures in England for the first time. Everything went wrong for the home side.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Smith once again just gave us a masterclass of how to bat. Matthew Wade, perfect start to his Ashes campaign. He played with great compactness, great energy through the ball. England weren't at the best with the ball. You know, they'll be the first to admit that. When you've got no Jimmy Anderson, not too sure why Chris Wokes wasn't used. Maybe there's a niggle. They'll say that there isn't, but when you only bowl 7 or 8 overs in a given day, I thought they should have started with Wokes and Broad at the start of the day. There was just a little bit of mugginess, and maybe would have got 1 or 2 balls to just move slightly. But you have to say that Steve Smith, when he gets in once again, particularly with the England spinner Moeen, he's not bowling with any kind of confidence. But from having seen Rory Burns and Jason Roy go out there and just kind of nullify those first few overs, this pitch is still good. The pitch is a good pitch, and against the seams, I don't think England should have too much trouble, because they shouldn't be lobbing their hands towards the ball. It should be all compact and tight. Snicks aren't carrying to the slip cordon. It's Nathan Lyon. It all depends on the goat. If England face the goat nicely, we'll get a draw.
Throughout the course of the day, it looked like Moeen at different patches could turn it square, but it was everything in between. He had one go underground to begin to Steve Smith, so I mean there was enough there for him, but as you say, bowling without confidence, without any really consistency either.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, the ball that he got Tim Payne with, it was like, oh, you know, if he only could have done that 24 hours earlier. But you can see he's just changing his action all the time, and when you see that in a spin, he's just trying to find his rhythm and his confidence. I just do think that the pitch is so slow that it's spinning a lot, but it's always harder facing spinners that one ball goes straight and the next one spins. This is consistent spin, and if you can get in and give yourself half an hour to get in, I'm pretty sure England have enough in terms of talent and quality to see out the 90 overs. I've got a tactic for England. Nathan Lyon likes bowling to left-handers. You don't need to send your left-handers down his end. All it is tomorrow is facing 540 balls. It's about drawing the test match, getting to Lords 0-0. Why would you send your left-handers down Nathan Lyon's end? It's not about the runs tomorrow. It's about this discipline, concentration, and trying to give Australia something that they don't want. Nathan Lyon, what does he want? He wants the left-handers down his end, fizzing it past their outside edge. You know what? Don't go down there.
Could change the batting order to facilitate it if needs be. We saw Nathan Lyon at the lunch break facing up on the pitch himself as a left-handed batsman. He can't wait for tomorrow. The reason they're in such a commanding position, it's Stephen Smith. Once again, I feel like we've talked about it every day on the show this week, Michael. The way he just does not give an opportunity. Where is the gap? There is none.
There isn't one. I've got a funny feeling we'll probably speak about him every single day of the Ashes series. He's a freak. You know, he's a freak. And Virat Kohli's magnificent. Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, Ricky Ponting. He's the best Test match batsman I've seen, purely because of his mind, his movement. He seems to know exactly where the ball's going to be, whether he reads the pitch and whether he reads the fields that have been set. Maybe he gets a cue from an action just earlier than any other player. He's got all the time in the world, and I just think he's a craftsman. You can just see him orchestrating where he wants the ball to go, and his movements just to try and nullify a certain type of delivery. He's a genius.
The first hour was so important, Australia not losing a wicket, adding 50, but later on, once Head did get out to Ben Stokes, Matthew Wade walks in and he plays with the same sort of confidence that Khawaja and Head and Smith did yesterday. He was 15 not out or 15 balls to start before lunch, and then after lunch, they really did punch the bruise.
Yeah, I mean, his run scoring over the last couple of years has been exceptional, so he's a run scorer. You know, I think we saw him a few years ago, wicket-keeper batsman. He's a run scorer. You can see that from runs in Tasmania, the Hobart Hurricanes, to coming over here with the A side. He knows how to score runs, and you can see that today. You know, early cover drive for 4 off Joe Denley's away, and within about 15-20 balls you could see that he knew his game. He understood exactly what was required for his team. You know, he's just got his first Ashes century with a reverse sweep for 4. I mean, come on, he's just gone, you know what, I'll just take the 100 with a reverse sweep. Good player. And when you start a series like that, having come back into the side, you know, with question marks, you've always got question marks when you're coming back into a side. Got LBW first inning, that ball that came back from Chris Wokes, thinking, oh, technical, not too sure about that. Well, in the second inning, he's got his first Ashes century, and that just gives you a massive boost. So you're looking at the Aussies in terms of that engine room. You've got Steve Smith, tremendous form, Travis Head, looks in organised condition. Matthew Wade at number 6, the skipper Tim Payne looked nice and controlled. He gets a good one from Moeen Ali. The Aussies so far over the 4 days, if you say which of the two teams have had more ticks in the boxes, Australia so far.
I know England were missing a bowler today, and that hurt so much in the second innings of a test match, but a day in the dirt psychologically, what does that do to a bowling group?
It gets you tired. I just think when it's a day like today, the one thing I'll say from watching as an ex-England player, I just thought they went flat too soon. I just thought the shoulders drooped a little bit too soon, and that happens when Jimmy Anderson's in the shed. Moeen Ali's not quite getting it right. You know, on a pitch like this, you need your spinner. And the one thing about tomorrow is Nathan Lyon's under a huge amount of pressure. Realistically, for Australia to win the game, you would say he needs to get 6. Yep. 6, maybe 7. Maybe Steve Stiff might have to get a wicket. Travis Head. The seamers on this wicket today, I mean, it just looked like it was a featherbed. Nothing there for the short stuff. No seam movement, no swing. Maybe tomorrow reverse swing. I'm just trying to think of something that may happen. I can't imagine it will, but it's all going to be about the goat. If the goat bowls well and has a little bit of fortune and the catch well close to the bat, I'll say this: England very rarely do boring draws. In the history that I've been playing, watching, commentating on English cricket, we very rarely get to the end of day 5 shaking hands with the opponent, and they'll say, "Oh, they'll shake hands at half 5." It's usually the last ball of the game. Jimmy Anderson being wheeled out there. He'll have to block it. Where's Monty Panesar from 2009? It's going to be similar. It's English cricket with the entertainers. It'll be a great day.
They're 13 for no loss, chasing, in theory, 398. In reality, Australia need 10 wickets. England need to show plenty of guts here tomorrow at Edgbaston. Cricket Buzz Centre Stage. Adam Collins and Michael Vaughan. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Time to go home. Well, still here.
They still are.